In Buddhism, we speak of meditation as an act of awakening. To awake is to be awake to something. To be awake to the fact that the earth is in danger, and living species on earth are also in danger. And that should be a collective awakening in order to have enough strength for a change.
One of the things you've said in your talks is about, and you were just saying earlier about the Earth, planet Earth, our Mother Earth is not the same as the environment. And you said we need to go beyond environmentalism and beyond just having environmental activists. Can you just tell us a bit about what you mean by that?
If you are only you, and I am only me, and we are two different entities, how can communication is possible? So when you wake up and you see that the earth is not just the environment, the earth is in you, you are the earth, you touch the nature of interbeing. At that moment, you can have real communication with the earth. That is the highest form of prayer. The one who pray, the one who is prayed to, are not two. So in that kind of relationship, we have enough love, strength, awakening in order to change our life. Changing is not just changing the things outside of us. First of all, we have to get right view. Right view is kind of view that transcends all notions, including the notion of being and non-being, creator and creature, mind and spirit. And that kind of insight is crucial for transformation and healing. And only when you have that kind of right view, right insight, discrimination is no longer there, and there will be deep communion, mutual understanding, and every good thing will come from it. Because discrimination brings about fear, separation, hate, anger. And the root is the wrong view that you and the earth are two separate entities. The earth is only the environment. You are in the center, and you want to do something for the earth in order for you to survive. That is a non-dualistic, a dualistic way of seeing. So to breathe in and to be aware of your body and to look deeply into your body and to realize that you are the earth and your consciousness is also the consciousness of the earth. And that consciousness can be liberated from wrong views. And you are doing what the Mother Earth is expecting you to do, to get enlightened, in order to become a Buddha and to help other living beings, not only on Earth but in other planets. So the environment, we should not think of the environment as something apart. Not to cut the tree, not to pollute the water, that's not enough. And I think all activists have to get a spiritual practice in order to help them to suffer less, to nourish the happiness in them, and to handle the suffering in them, so that they will be effective in trying to help the world people. With anger, frustration, you cannot do much. You may make the situation worse. If we have enough mindfulness, concentration, and we go get insight, and the insight is that the kingdom of God is on earth. The kingdom of heaven is on earth. And if we get that insight, we see that the earth is not only the environment. The earth is us. And taking care of the earth, we take care of ourselves. And many people get sick today because they get alienated from Mother Earth. They forget that they are on earth. They have a body that is given them by Mother Earth. And the practice of mindfulness helps us to go back to our body and touch Mother Earth inside of our body and touch the earth outside of our body. And that practice can help heal people. So the healing of the people should go together with the healing of the earth, and that is the teaching. A religion that is not based on dogmas and belief in the things we cannot verify. It is possible to have a kind of spiritual practice that is based on evidence. Like when we say that earth, the great earth is a beautiful Bódhisattva. We are not creating anything from our mind. And this is something that everyone can check, that the great earth is a real Bódhisattva. The most beautiful Bódhisattva we have ever seen. You don't need a belief. It is the reality, it is the fact that the earth is giving life. And she is very beautiful. When you look around, you don't see any Buddha or Bodhisattva as beautiful as our planet. So when people say, let us abandon this realm of suffering in order to look for a spot that is more beautiful, we shouldn't believe it, because we already touched the truth. And when we say that this Bodhisattva has the talent, the virtue of endurance, of stability, of solidity, that is the truth. This Bodhisattva has the virtue of non-discrimination. That is the truth. She can embrace everyone, everything. She never discriminates. That is the truth. And this Bodhisattva is a manifestation, is a beautiful manifestation, like many other manifestations. The Milky Way, the sun, are also beautiful manifestations. And the earth has given life, has produced many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and saints, and that is the truth. The Buddha, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, the Virgin Mary, they are all children of the earth. And that is the truth. We don't need to believe anymore in anything abstract anymore. That is the truth. And we believe, we see that the earth, if she is possible to offer life, because she has non-earth elements in her. If she does not have the sun up there, how can she be able to offer life, create life? So the sun is on earth. And we know that many stars have sent us their contribution. Mankind is made of stars. The dust that we are with that we are made come from many stars. So we can see that the one contains the all. The earth is not only the earth. The earth is the whole cosmos. It's like we, a human being, we are not something separated from the earth. A human being has the earth inside of him or her. So the earth, as a beautiful manifestation, she contains the whole cosmos in her. And if you go back to the earth deeply, we touch the whole cosmos in the earth. And we transcend the dualistic view that earth is only earth, cosmos is bigger, or something like that. And then we should transcend the notion that the earth is something inhabited by a spirit, and that Bódhisattva is a spirit inhabiting the earth. We should transcend that idea. We do not worship a spirit that stays behind the earth, because we know that we are not caught in the idea that there are two things: the earth, which is a material thing, and the spirit of the earth, which is a non-material thing that inhabits the earth. Because our notion of mind and matter are just notions. We should be able to transcend both notions. And when we can realize that the earth cannot be described either by the notion of matter or mind, when we recognize the virtues, the talent, the beauty of Mother Earth, because something is born in us, some kind of connection, some kind of love is born. We admire, we love, we want to be connected. That is the meaning of love. To love means to be one with it, to admire, to adore. So that is the kind of sentiment that is born from your contact with the earth. And when you love someone, you want to say, I need you, I take refuge in you. So that is kind of praying. And that is not superstition. You love the earth, and the earth loves you. You do anything for the well-being of the earth, and the earth will do anything for your well-being. And that is the kind of outcome from that kind of relationship. So it begins with mindfulness, that you are there as a child of the earth. that you carry Mother Earth within you. Mother Earth is not outside of you, she is inside. Mother Earth is not just your environment. You are part of Mother Earth. And that kind of insight, of non-discrimination, help you to be truly in communion with the earth. When you look into a cloud deeply, even if you do not use sophisticated scientific instrument, you can touch the nature of no birth and no death of the cloud. The cloud has not come from the realm of non-being into the realm of being. And that insight can be got by anyone. You can help people, non-science people, to see that. You can tell them that before the cloud appears in the form of a cloud, it did not belong to the realm of non-being. Because it was the steam, the water vapor, the hot sunshine, and this is only a continuation, the form of a cloud. So there is no birth, there is only a new manifestation, a new continuation. And when the cloud dies, it does not die. You don't see it anymore, but it has not passed in from the realm of being into non-being. It's impossible for a cloud to die. The cloud can become snow or rain or other things, but cannot become nothing. So it is possible for non-scientists to touch the truth of no birth and no death of the cloud. Science has been able to demonstrate the truth of no self, of interbeing. But scientists have not been able to apply that kind of insight into the realm of organizing our daily life, our society. So far, the insight of science have been applied in technology. That can be sometimes very helpful, but sometimes not helpful. But when the scientists work together with the yogi, they may change their way. They may think of trying to apply it to our daily life in order to handle suffering and happiness. There are those of us who agree on the truth of impermanence, but still behave as if things are permanent. So that is common for scientists and non-scientists. So we hope that one day scientists will be able to apply these kind of findings, non-self, into being, no birth, no death, into daily life. We need the time in order to meditate and to apply this insight into our daily life. We need to do like in the Buddhist tradition, to have the time together, to do walking meditation, to do sitting meditation, to do Dhamma exchange, in order to deepen our understanding and to try to apply this kind of insight into our daily life. I think we need a real awakening, a real enlightenment. We have to change our way of seeing things. We have to change our way of thinking and seeing things. And this is possible. We have not tried really on that respect. Every one of us, whether we are school teachers, father, mother, brother, sister, or journalist, we have to do it in our own way, producing awakening, producing enlightenment, and bring right view into the mind of people, because right view brings happiness. Bring right view, release the suffering, and in a very concrete way. And that is why we need to sit down like this and find ways, very concrete, to help. And there are plenty of us who are activists, who are eager to do something. And we should go this way. We should begin with ourselves. We should begin with removing our wrong views so that we can suffer less. And when we suffer less, we can be more helpful. We can help people to change. We know that many civilizations in the past have vanished. And this civilization of ours can vanish also. The earth will take 1 million years in order to help recreate another civilization. So it's not a problem with the earth, because she has enough patience and endurance and she can wait. But for us, human beings, we do not have that kind of endurance and insight and courage. And we can lose our hope, and we can get drowned into the sea of despair. And when we are victim of despair, we cannot do anything. We can make the situation worse. So that is why we have to take care of our insight, our thinking, our mind first. And that is why meditation is something very important. To meditate does not mean that you get away from life, but you have the time in order to look deeply into the situation. To allow yourself to have time to sit, to walk, not doing anything. Just look deeply into the situation. Look into our mind and find ways to take care, to deal with the anger, the fear, the despair in us. And if we do not do that, other things we do will not bring any result. So to meditate is the most basic, crucial thing to do. You have to get out of despair. You have to get the insight, the non-fear. You have to preserve your compassion in order for you to be a real instrument of Mother Earth, in order to help other species. And our century should be a century of spirituality. Whether we can survive or not, it depends on it. if we get in touch deeply with the historical dimension, with the phenomenal realm, we begin to touch the ultimate dimension. We will touch the dimension of no birth, no death, no being and no non-being. And science is trying to knock at the door of no birth and no death. They have found the truth of no birth and no death, the true nature of everything. So when we touch the truth, our true nature of no birth and no death, it can transcend fear. So that is a kind of religion that is not based on dogmas. It's based on evidence and our own experience. And then that kind of religion can be built, can be formed, can be realized by both the existing religions, philosophies, histories, and science at the same time. And hopefully in the 21st century we can come together and afford ourselves with that kind of religion, which will be able to unite people and remove all separation and discrimination. Because dogmatism has been the cause of separation and war a lot. And if each tradition make an effort in order to go in that direction, we will soon have that kind of religion that will not be based on myth and belief, dogmas, but based on evidence. And that would be a giant step for mankind. Thank you.